Hello, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Making Connections. This is your girl, Aly. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Happy Saturday. Listen, so glad you guys joined us. Y'all know Monday and Saturdays are my favorite days because those are the days we get to spend time together. So, you saw all everybody's gearing up for back to school. Some schools have already um, started back to school, but they're still doing book bag giveaways, school supplies. So make sure you check out all those flyers. I think a couple are in Rock Hill, some around the Charlotte area. So, there's usually contact information. So definitely, I know there's one today, and then there's some all the way through the 27th. So if you need some help, make sure you contact or be on site at those places so you can start your kids off right. And so we also know that we have been, trying to partner with Hope for All of Charlotte. And they do health screenings, they do hygiene kits that they put together for the homeless. They collect socks and different things throughout the entire year. And so they are taking donations now for the insulated cups. So for the homeless. And so, whether they have something hot or something cold, it'll hold them a little bit longer, as they journey throughout their day. So we're going to see a quick video, just them in the community, and then we'll be back with our guests for today. So that's a short little clip of Hope for All, excuse me, of Charlotte. The founder is a July 4th baby, and he always does a cookout for the community for his birthday. So I'll definitely tag them in the description of this video if you want to donate, help them with some cups for the homeless. And so today, though, we have with us. He's new to the family, so I get excited when we get new family members. We like to grow around here. So today we have Mac Nova, and he's an artist, and he's combining hip hop, rap, all this kind of stuff, putting his own spin and sound to things. And so, Mac, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, yes. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
And since this is your first time, I just want to give you opportunity, greet the family, tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we'll jump into the interview.
How you doing, family? Magnova, Detroit, Michigan. Currently doing my thing in Toledo. Just to keep it short and simple, I'm just trying to create the music I believe should have already existed, which should, make it timeless.
All right, all right. I love it. So, hip hop is celebrating 50 years. And so I love when I have artists on and I can ask this question. So, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
All right, it's a little different. I fell in love with hip hop probably around like fifth or sixth grade, but I didn't have access to it. Um,
Mm,
my mother didn't let me listen to rap or hip hop probably about to eighth grade till I got in high school. So before that, only got tidbits. So I would catch like when she played the Fugees, I would catch Lauren Hill rapping. I would
mhm.
catch some Heavy D every once in a while because he didn't have cussing, so he could slide under her radar. I would catch the third verse on the in Black Street. You know that guy rap. So besides that, I wanted it.
Awesome. So do you think even, getting those little pieces, that got your blood and you caught your attention, is that why you started to venture out into this genre?
I didn't actually start making music till I was 26.
Okay. Okay.
I was about to be a nurse. Music was not on anywhere near my radar. What kind of led me to it is that I ended up getting a tumor on my pancreas, which made me sit down. It wasn't cancerous, but it did get me pretty sick. So in
Hmm.
that time, I kind of slowed down from working in school and started doing some work with my father here in Toledo. I was in Athens, Ohio at the time at Ohio University, going to school. Stopped down here to just get myself together after treatment. End up freestyling, which I've done. I've freestyled every day for my whole life, but it just, stress relief. Nothing really. Never took it seriously. I'm a schoolboy, so being a rapper is like whoa. So end up freestyling in front of one of my friends at work, and he like dragged me to the studio,
Oh
and it's been
wow.
about 8 years since then.
Oh wow. That's pretty neat. Even how did you get into it? And so
Mhm.
I love to hear the backstory, not even on your radar, just something you were doing. But
Right,
I do believe God gives us all gifts. And sometimes we don't recognize those gifts because they're just so, common, for lack of a better word, to us, right?
right, right. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I had a stereotype in my head about rappers because up until most of my life, when I would meet someone and he said he rapped or anything, they weren't necessarily doing well in life.
Mm,
So up until that point, I never considered it.
okay. That's pretty interesting, because some people, they don't even care if people are doing good or not. They just see them
Just
and they
love it.
think
Right,
that everything
right.
is good. They think everything is flowing. They don't really do the research to see how it's flowing or how hard it is. They just like, I want to do it, because they see the glory.
Yeah, my mom made sure I had my feet on the floor as far as what I was my options when I grew up. So I mean, the truth of the matter now is that still it's not. You have to have a lot of faith and you have to love it. But I had to gain the love through, entering into the fray. Because before that, I didn't even know a musician, so I didn't know where the studio was. So I kind of had I had the opposite view. Like my friends were looking at the fame and the videos, like I want that, and I was looking at the starving artist and was like, I do not want that.
I mean, let's tell the truth about it. It
Yeah,
is what it is, right?
amen.
So, like when you told your mom you were going into a rap, what did she say? Or just the artistry?
Listen, I was already a grown man and I was still scared.
Listen, I was like,
I mean,
I
so
know.
basically what I did is I let the music find her.
Oh,
So, I for a year I didn't drop no music. I attacked music like I would a job or an occupation. For a year, I sat down and got closer to my craft. I had never made a song before, so I was not going to assume that I was good. So I did that for about a year, while I was working on the side. And then I started releasing music until she heard about it. And when she came to me, it wasn't a bad reaction. So I'm like, all
uh,
right.
that's a pretty smart way of doing it. Okay.
Listen, my mother's a stern woman. We don't play around.
That's why I was in there snapping them beans before we came on.
And I know how to snap beans too.
I feel you. I love it. I love it. But so with your music, especially since you really got into it a little bit later, what is your goal with it? What do you hope to go or grow, from it?
um, I don't think my attitude has really changed much since I started. What I noticed, especially in my genre, is that the balance is off. Um, I'm young enough to respect uh the point of view of some of the art that comes out, whether it be violent, whether it be ghetto, whatever you would like to, subject it as. I have no issue with that because that is someone's experience. What I have issue with is that it's no balance anymore. Like like when we had NWA, we had Heavy D and the Boys. When we had, Tupac, I had Heavy D and Will Smith. It's no balance anymore. It feels like it's all skewed towards the the more risky parts of life, and it's kind of confusing to me. But I understand for some point that as far as the music industry goes, it's a copycat league. So when
Mhm.
something's working, they jam it home until it doesn't work anymore. The truth of the matter is that people that look like you and me aren't necessarily controlling record sales. So I can't say that it's entirely our fault. It's a lot of people who believe that what they're hearing is the black experience, and it's only a piece of it. So as many times as you got your shooting, your killing, your drug sale. Like, I got family reunions, I got graduations, I got kicking it with my auntie, my dad going to work. So I'm just trying to make some balance.
Amen. That part, because we are multifaceted,
Exactly, we're
and
not a monolith, as they say.
exactly. And I love that because, I mean, because somebody's going to hear that and be reminded, okay, well, I do have options. And I
Right,
love to say that on the show. We have options. We are intelligent people. We are brilliant. We can do whatever it is we want to do,
amen. And some of
So,
those people really do think that's the black experience.
mm,
Like, I know several people who went through their life without any of those situations happening that they hear on the radio. So
mm,
just some balance.
yeah, yeah. And it really is important because, again, it's for everybody to hear, that we are expansive people,
Right.
that
Multifaceted.
you can bring us to the boardroom table. You can, we can run companies, be CEOs. We can still put our cap on and go to the ball game, have a little street party, whatever, but we can do it all, right?
Right.
And one thing does not define this one person, and especially not the whole black community, right?
Very true.
Yeah. So what songs have you been working on?
Um, lately I've been well, I shoot a video for a song I dropped called "Feeling Good" on the 27th of my mom's 60th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Just a real good family song. So I'm pretty much pushing that while I'm also trying to, how can I word this? I'm trying to put myself in a more commercial space, I guess I should say. What I
Okay.
found is that it's very hard as a solo rapper to get people to book you without a lot of the internet hoopla. But I've
Mm,
noticed that if I was a rock band or a guitar player, they're more open to that. So I know I'm facing a little bit of the stereotypes because they might probably haven't heard my music yet and they think I'm coming some type of way. So I've been working with a guitar player just to do some things different to get my foot in the door and make myself more personable to the general public.
okay. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
So, I always like to say it. So, like when you hear music or the songs you put together, um, like how does that flow for you? Like, do you sit down and say, "I'm writing today," or is it something happens and you write and then you put it together later? What's your process?
Um, I got a few different processes, but my main like rules I follow is I rarely working on just one song at a time. I usually try to work on 3 to 5. I attack it how I did homework. I'm a great student, so I pretty didn't change much. I write until I get stuck, and I'll flip the page, turn the beat, go to the next song. And if I'm super stuck, I'll write a line a day for like 5 songs. And what you'll find is about day 27, 30, you almost got 3, 4 songs done. I listen to 100 beats a day from YouTube to personal sites to everything. And other than that, I'm just real economical with how I spend my money when it comes to, recording myself. The truth of the matter is recording myself costs anywhere from $60 to $100 an hour. That isn't including when I buy the beat, and that's not including mixing and mastering, which can cost anywhere from $100 to $300. I haven't promoted it. I haven't shot a video. I haven't doing anything. So just as I get farther in my career, learning that music advertisement and branding are important, and putting my money in the right places and being more economical with the things that I get.
Yeah. And that's important, to learn that part, because it's a lot of people out here just wasting money.
I got too many kids around here to be wasting money.
Like, be intentional about where you put that money, okay? But I think these kind of interviews are good because other upcoming artists, who aren't even as far along as you are, will hear this and they'll be like, oh, wait,
Right. Well, they got
this
to
is
make money
that
first. So
thing.
that seems to be the hardest part in this play.
Mm,
T-shirts, gentlemen. T-shirts over streams.
okay, see, that's a tip right there. Y'all hear that? Was y'all paying attention?
Listen,
T-shirts overstring.
please.
Yeah, get your merchandise. Brand yourself all together. Mugs, caps, whatever. I've seen it all. So definitely put your name on everything,
Listen.
right?
A T-shirt it will make you as much money as 600,000 streams.
Are you serious?
Are you getting? We not even getting a tenth of a penny for a stream.
Listen, because I saw this little clip with Snoop Dogg, and he was like, maybe somebody in here can let me know how this stream works.
Just
Because
stretch
I
you
was
out.
wondering, how do y'all make money? Because I'm like,
Mm.
it's like I might have Apple Music, but I pay $10 a month for it.
All right, so you good because this is the game. People like you that pay for Apple Music, people that pay for Spotify, people that pay for Amazon. When you play my song, I get a play. But the truth of the matter is, most people have free accounts. And for
Mm.
me to get a play off one of those, I need 15.
Oh,
Right. And that's to get a tenth of a penny. So, if I need 15 a piece, if I do that, just put it in money terms. $1 million will net me anywhere from a million views only nets me 4 grand.
oh wow,
And that's if I got my ads. That's if I got my affiliate stuff set up. That's not for a brand new person. You're gonna get probably half that.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard out here. They making music seem they making music seem like it's worthless, and that's why we are forced to use it as a vehicle to make people get other things. Because music by itself won't do it for you.
Right. Even though it's the music that's moving us, even though it's the music that's inspiring us, even though it's the music that gets us going, I
Memories.
mean, just about everybody I know, like they turn on some music in the morning when they get ready to get up, because we need that to help us be able to face the day.
It's a game. I don't think it's any mistake that they devalue that part of
Mm,
the industry, but they've put so much value into all the vehicles around music. Like, it's literally an economy around us built around taking money for those of us who probably won't make it. That's
mm,
how predatory it can be. Like before, it used to be I didn't have enough money. Now it's like I'm scared because I don't know who to pay anymore. Because
mm,
unless you're the super big boys, it's a chance that you could be running game on me and 500 people just like me. Because the game anymore isn't to steal $1 million. The game is to steal $1 from a million people.
mm.
So it's very, very dense, a lot of uneducation, a lot of ego. So the music is the easy part.
I see, Lord. So, like, what would you tell, like, say, like a new artist, and they were like, okay, where do I start? Like, again, like you said, I don't know who to pay, how to pay. Do
Right.
I get management first? What would be the things I would need to look for to make sure I'm not being taken advantage of?
All right, just a few tips. Management looks for you in this game if you do your due diligence. But if you can't, someone who cares is more important than someone who may be connected when you first start.
Okay.
Because when you first start, you are really vulnerable because you don't know about copyrights. You don't know about, you just need to be with somebody that trusts, that will fight for you and is willing to grow with you. Um, Something that people seem to overlook that I'm running into a lot is with my peers. I'm gonna be very adamant with this. Please make sure you like to make music.
Mm,
Please stop coming here if you do not like to make music. If you would like the money and all the other things, there's a lot of other avenues in the music industry that can help you get the money faster. including being manager. Everyone gets paid before us. Everybody. These are you are a boss. That means that these are your employees. That means everybody gets paid before you. So if you want to be the money or get to it first, this is not for you. You know, by the time I get my money, it's been cut up by the beat maker, the engineer, my manager, the lawyer, and anybody else who helped me get along the way. And I'm happy to pay them. But at
Right.
the same time, you need to understand you need to have a love for the craft to keep you going every day, because I'm sure the music industry in itself ain't pretty, but what makes this beast different is because you don't have to learn an instrument for 4 years. You don't have to go to a singing coach for 4 years to start. The level of entry is so low that everyone is going to take a shot. Therefore, it's going to be people in front of you who may not be as skilled as you are at your craft. You need to
Mhm.
respect that, take notes, and move on. Because it's not necessarily the most skilled person that gets in. Being more skilled helps you stay, but it does not help you get in.
Okay. See, now that's a really good piece of advice there. I mean, and it is, on I think any journey, like you said, you have to make sure you love it. You got to make sure you know why you're doing it. You can't just be chasing the dollar,
Right. You're gonna get
because
distracted. And it's
when the dollar
distractions
don't
too.
come, you're gonna be depressed, have anxiety, all that kind of stuff. So you really gotta know, okay, why am I here? Why did I show up? Why did I plant my flag right here?
Very true.
So yeah. So I think we have a song that we're gonna play. Do you want to set it up, or you want Alan to drop it in, and then you can tell us about it afterwards?
I'll set it up.
Okay.
It's a little aggressive, but this is where I've been headed lately with me and my guitar player. The song is called Smart Boy, and it's just an aggressive song about being my mother's favorite son.
Yeah. Wait a minute. How many sons do your mom have?
It's just me.
I'm just kidding.
I got two
You
sisters.
baby, you right, you right. All right. We're gonna listen to a song by Mac Nova. Y'all stay tuned, because when we come back, we're gonna talk to more about the song and what he's got going on.
Mama raised a smart boy who thought he would grab rap and keep going. Truthfully, some of them thought that he was probably torn. Had to cultivate my sound like a field of oranges. Now it's time I bear the fruits of my hard labor. Who's bad like a piston and walk on a hater. So the old Mac, nah, sorry, no, I see you later. Version 313, and I've tested the bait. Come on! Intelligence over everything. IOE, lying on mics just for fame. That ain't me. IQ level wise, the game is looking grim. Niggas couldn't hit a shot if I let them hold the rim. Try to spit on my name, but they lack the phlegm. Mad cause my tracks tear them up limb from limb. I just grab my tiger's hat and adjust my brim. Trying to show these rappers how to rock like grown men. Mama raised a smart boy. Mama raised a smart boy. So smart. Took off the tool, cools and jewels, and underneath he's still a up and rock boy. Yeah. Mama raised a smart boy. Mama raised a smart boy, so smart. Took off the cool tools and jewels, and underneath he's still a rock boy. As I pour tall wine, glass of Fago, I ponder philosophical tones about my home like I'm Play-Doh. That's why I always take pride being from the ghetto. It's the way I was raised that make me a rebel. Sometimes the good guy is far from my angel. So the rapper named Nova does not need an angle. When I scream that I real, no, it's not a fable. Getting paid to entertain like I'm Kurt Angle. Grab the beat by the ankle and mangle. Rip it off and watch it dangle as the fans scream, hey ho. Wave their hands if they say so. Maybe donate their pesos. Double my hustle, maybe some acting so they can fandango. I came here to stay hard. You can go make it rain though. I'ma fall back and invest in my famo. Traded in my gun for brain power, bro. Why? Cause Miss Curtis taught me so. Mama raised a smart boy. Mama raised a smart boy. So smart. Took off the tool, cools and jewels, and underneath he's still a fucking rock boy. Yeah. Mama raised a smart boy. Mama raised a smart boy, so smart. Took off the cool tools and jewels, and underneath he's still up the lock bar. The enigmatic, thrashing combatics, lyrically acrobatic, pen stroke. Up fantastic, it's like finger gymnastics. When I spasm with the rapping, I manage to attract hate like magnets from your habits. I'm just sitting laughing, focused on lavish mathematics, so I can get my hoods and inside of traffic. I'm OT state physicist. You don't even practice, it's tragic. Is that real? Cause I don't think that's how Jordan grabbed it. I hustle, but never glorify a rock stop. Call me lame, but your girl let me game in her Xbox. I rock non-stop to the bass knot, bumping heat box on these little snots all on my job. Never once complained about my game, whether poor or not. But let me explain, well, I'm everything that you're not.
All right, yes.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love it. Let me go over here to Apple. So you can get paid. I like it. Great
Thank
job.
you. Thank you so much.
And listen, I don't want nobody to get mad because I was picking on you about being mama's favorite boy. I knew you was. Look, I be on Facebook sometimes. You know how they say like post a picture of your favorite child or your daughter or whatever.
Right.
I'm his only child. So I'll be like, be on Facebook and I post it. I said, I think my mama would want me to post
Right. That's literally what my mom's calling me. She's like, hey, my favorite son.
Yes. I love it. Well, I know she liked that.
Thank you so much.
So as we were talking about, finding the balance in the music and stuff like that, how important do you think that is to society? Like how would things look different for us if people really understood the balance?
In my experience, I've spent a lot of time in white spaces, either through football, schooling, or work. But that's me coming from Detroit, which when I was young was 80% Black.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I've had a nice mix of both experiences and see both of the stereotypes that everyone believe deals with.
Right.
My brother, he's half white, so I've been real up and close and personal. And what I notice is that the people who create the most heinous crimes against each other on both sides are usually the most uneducated.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean in a book sort of sense. I mean in literally meeting people.
Right.
So I used to stay in a small, it's called the Village of Gloucester, Ohio. I stayed on State Route 93 in a trailer around 2 acres. I was literally the only Black person in town. And I had both experiences. I've met some of the most amazing people I met in my life, and I've been in some scary situations just because, the town is so small, they don't have cops on the weekends. The state troops got to roll through. They don't have mail on the weekends, so through that, I realized the issue is that by the time a young man has met me, a young Caucasian male, unless he's had dealings in the inner city, he's met no one like that. But he's seen LeBron James, he's seen Young Jeezy, he's seen Lil Wayne, he's seen Denzel Washington. So by the time he gets to me, he thinks I'm either magic or one of the most talented people on the planet, and we haven't even talked. And that's dangerous in a lot of ways. If we playing pickup basketball, that means I get picked up first, even though he ain't seen me play. But if we getting in the fight, that means he takes me out first because they're scared that I'm a superhuman.
Right.
So the problem is you just ain't met no regular people. You don't see no regular experiences on TV. Every time you see a Black person, they're superhuman in some way, from NBA to cops. You catching extremes. And I think that's been the real issue and my issue with not having balance.
Mm. Listen, you have thought that through. That was well explained. I mean, because
Like they literally think you magic. Like I've met white people and they be like, like I was so nervous, I'm just regular, I'm not saying I'm not cool, but you got some amazing things about you too. It's no difference. We just from different places. Let's get through that. But I was shocked at how it was like. But the thing is, people just look at the bad part as racism, and I look at me getting picked up first in basketball when you ain't seen me play the same kind of racism.
Right,
You know,
right.
like what you mean? This white dude next to me like 6'5". Like I'm all right, but you gonna pick me because what you seen your whole life.
Exactly. And then you get on team, you ain't scoring, you be like, what happened?
Right, right. Like I'm not bad, but I play football, son. You made a mistake.
But it's true. And I think too that, that fear of not knowing who
Right.
is this person
Yeah.
leads to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just waiting and figuring it out, we start acting on that fear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you gotta think if you really think that if I get my hands on you, I have the strength to kill you. Imagine what you would do. Imagine how you react.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Come on, keep producing that music.
You know. Thank you.
We need to let people know, yes,
Man,
Lord.
we
We
just
can't
chilling.
be people. We people like you people. We're gonna take care of ourselves, but we ain't we trying to bother nobody. We just going to the store. We just going
Right.
to our
You gotta
family.
think how much we dominate entertainment. We not even 20% of the country. But
Hmm.
you be hard pressed to turn on the TV and not see us doing something spectacular. Not saying we not, special in our own right because of what the things we've been through, but we
True.
need some more representation. It ain't no Cosby show no more.
Mm, that part.
Yeah.
That part.
But he doesn't need a show anymore, but you know what I mean.
Moving right along.
Right.
So who were some of your other influences, like when you were, listening, or somebody that you really liked their flow, anything like that?
All right. Once I finally got a hold of rap around 11th grade, I moved in with my father, and his spare bedroom was his stepson's older bedroom, who was older than me. So when I went in there, he had all the rap stickers and posters on the wall. So I would just like write them down and go to the library and listen to who he said. And the person that I still emulate myself after and was LL.
Mhm.
Like once I found his music, like he was the first one that was like aggressive without being like raunchy or, it was strictly that I'm better than you when I get on this thing and that's what I'm gonna talk about. And I fell in love. So LL heavy hardcore, and probably after that it was Jay-Z because of the wordplay. But then after that it was just I had such a large range of music that I'm my first album was Beethoven's Ninth Symphony.
Okay.
So as far as rap, that's where I'm at. LL, Jay Z, aggression with style.
I love it. Hell yes. I'm there with you. Maybe for other reasons, but it's
Hey
all
man,
right. Nah, he is good. He's good. I like him.
yeah,
Of
the
course,
original goat.
for me too, like Queen Latifah, I always follow her. I just think she's been solid her whole career and
He's a
everything that she
legend.
does. So yeah, so I'm down with that. So what's your video about? Is it for Smart Boy or?
No, no, the video is for a song on my last EP called "Feeling Good." It's been done for a few years. It's kind of like a local hit. Like everywhere I go, they'll turn it on. So we just decided to, what I'm saying, put it out there and let the world hear it. It's honestly one of my favorite songs. Very feel good, very laid back. We going every age group should enjoy this. And I'm really looking for a big song because in the last 3 months, rap hasn't had a number one.
Mm,
And I'm also noticing that every song that I hear is a sample of a song that I've heard in the last 10 years. So I'm wondering, can they find a hit up there? What's going on?
yeah.
It just seems like it's like they're running out of stuff. So I'm hoping this is my time to sneak in.
There you go. There you go. Mac in the house. Awesome. So, are you planning, like, do you do any kind of local tours, or if people wanted to reach out to you, bring you to their city, how would they go about doing that?
To reach out to me, reach out to my management. That's Glass City Talent 419. My manager's name is Deborah Sue. Of course, you can always hit me, Mac Nova. either MacNova or MacNova Universe on all platforms. If you just Google MacNova, it'll bring it up. But as of right now, I've been focusing on private parties and excuse me, and smaller intimate shows. Just for the reason I spoke on earlier, rap is very what's the crowded at the lower ranks because of the ease of entry. So with that said, it's a lot of shows and showcases that really don't advance your career if you're trying to do something other than practice. So um our strategy has been, and the way I've got ahead of my peers is I attack a lot of contests that include label CEOs, and I really chase after the money instead of the fame. And what
Mhm.
I mean is that these young men like and young women perform in showcases, which you'll be like 30 rappers, and it'll go from like 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's okay when you start out, but you realize quickly that you are just performing for them and their fans. And you might be able to get 5 or 10 people to follow you, or maybe, but
Yeah.
it's not worth everything you need to do to get ready for a show. And you only gonna get 5-10 minutes. But if you go to a private party, get your name among some good people, just family that you do good business, as you professional, you can get 500, 1,000 a night. And and then you're really, and I got a room full of people who have the potential to be fans instead
Exactly.
of 5 or 10. So that's what we've really been focused on lately. And it doesn't have the same hit on the internet, but I'd rather have the money to reinvest in my craft than worry about some fame from some few local people.
Right, right. And again, that's a good point because everybody that's coming like to the showcases, everybody's got their crowd who their
Right.
followers, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you might pick up somebody, but
Yeah.
I'm here to support Mac Nova, so I don't care what
Right.
anybody,
Exactly.
so
Like sometimes being really good will hurt you in those spaces. Like
mhm.
some people look at me like, "Why are you here?" And I'll be like, "You know what? You're right."
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna move on, let y'all have this space, okay?
Right.
Cool. I love it. I love it. So, and maybe you kind of already answered this too. I probably should answer this question first. But anyway, is there anybody like you would like to perform with,
Oh
write
wow.
a song with?
Uh, I'll keep it short and sweet. Like as far as I'll give you a couple, and just because they're two separate reasons.
Hmm.
And one most people don't know when I say his name. One song I would love to do a person with is a artist named Brother Ali. He's a albino Muslim from Minnesota,
Okay.
and I to this day I've really never heard a man put the way he feels into words this good. Like I've been listening to him for over 10 years. I would love to do a song with him just because I believe it would challenge me to the utmost. And for professional reasons, I would love to do a song with Eminem. Not saying that he wasn't challenged my pen just the same, but he's more technical,
Hmm.
But he's from my city and he's a legend. And I've been listening to him. It was the first CD my mom broke when she heard it. Was
Oh,
Eminem.
really?
Like he took that
I
boy
can't
out and said
imagine.
like, "What the heck is that? Oh no, oh no,
Oh, yeah. Moms have superhuman strength.
man, oh no, dang man, Marshall Mathers, you owe me 16.99, bro. I saved up for 3 weekends to buy that CD, man."
Oh, gosh. I can't imagine why she would break that one. No.
It was a line too. It was a line that is not repeatable. So she definitely walked in at the right time. I'm like, mine is not the whole CD though.
Right, right.
Too late. She Thanos.
It's in there, and so we can't skip over it. So I'm
Right.
gonna take care of the whole thing. Whew.
And made me clean it up. I'm like,
Mhm. Mhm. Hilarious. I love it. Moms are the best.
man.
Dads are good too. Dads are good too. So, sometimes, I ask the guests just because I'm like, I don't know everything you got going on. Is there anything else that you would like to share that I haven't asked about yet, but you would like the people to know about you, about your music, about what you have coming up?
um, wow. Not really. Of course, I want. And please follow me. Anybody that's watching on all social media campaigns, and I would like to know people to know that I'm very reachable. I'm that, but I think they kind of know that about the new age.
Mm-hmm.
The new age entertainer. We're more personable. Come talk to us. Come work with us. I collab with anything, not just music. I'm very new to the content game. I'm old school, so I find myself having a hard time finding things to post sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I be wanting to just be professional and get off of here, but it's not that type of world anymore.
Right.
You got to kind of brand yourself, let yourself know. So if anybody can help or offering services, I'm hiring as well. So just holler at your boy.
Cool. Listen. And MacNovaUniverse.net.
Yes, thank you. Yes, definitely had to say you got our merch there, my blogs, all my credentials. I got a couple of songwriters, honorable mentions, some first place at Sony, some Def Jam stuff. I'm all right.
Okay, okay. So we'll definitely put that in the description of the video, and we'll put your management, contact as well,
Thank you.
in case somebody, wants to hit you up for questions or, like I said, do a collab or, just some ideas of, how they can help out. So that's cool.
Please.
Yeah. So I'm excited. But I do want to ask you, like, again, like even being a family man and things like that. You said you got some kids out here, in the, how do you want your family to, you know, think about you when you're gone? Like what legacy do you want to leave? Because I think everything we do has a generational,
Right. A fact.
impact. So what would you like that to be?
Um, I think we a little bit different from our fathers, where we may not have, or because of our fathers, we haven't had to have such a focus on providing because things have been easier in that realm. So I would love my kids to believe that I did everything to preserve their love for life,
Hmm.
because a lot of, even parents my age, I see them trying to put a lot of themselves into their kids
Hmm.
instead of like unbrushing who their kids are, because that's where like the beauty is. I don't necessarily want to make another me. I enjoy me, and I don't think another me will be bad for this world. But at the same time, I think that that special mix of genetics and stuff that you got in your kid is what is going to make them in this world special. It's hard when you gotta. I'm used to my mother being overbearing, and I think sometimes it could have impeded upon my personality. Not too much, because I appreciate who I am, so I just kind of want to be a better version of them.
Awesome. And I think that you carry like a confidence, and just a assured, not arrogance, but a confidence. And I think sometimes people get those confused,
Right, right.
because there's a
Within line.
fine line.
Yeah.
But you carry a confidence, and that's what I see, and that's what I even in your music. And so I definitely want more people to follow you, be in your space, um, um, stream from Apple Music or Spotify, where you pay for your account. Say that a lot. Listen, Les, because you have a gift
Thank
and
you, thank you.
you are sharing your gift, but you also need to be compensated
Hey man, just so I
so
can keep
you
doing
can
it more. I don't want
continue.
much.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
you can continue to grow and be in front of a bigger audience. So
Thank you, thank you.
definitely, definitely. So I know you work with Deborah Sue, and I think we had another one of her artists. I think it was King Chris, maybe. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So did she ever do like any collaborations amongst like her artists?
Um. Oh, Deborah used to have 12 artists, so now it's just me and a few, and I'll answer this by saying this: Deborah will quickly find out if you are about this life.
Okay.
But before you get to collaborations, you got to pass her small um
Listen.
probationary phase, and a lot of people don't make it. So shout out to King Chris, shout out to Jody Summers, our artist. He's a author
Mhm.
that she publishes as well. But
Okay.
yeah, I've collabed with almost everyone she's had on the team. But she sings as well. She does,
Okay.
whatever she can. But the goal was to be a label like, Rockefeller and all of those. But we learned that it's harder to do than advertise.
Hey, we getting there. We're getting there, right? We still got some in there. We're hanging in, so I love it. So, do you prefer to do live music or
Yeah,
be in the studio? You prefer live,
live all day, every day. That's where I hang my hat
and why is that?
because it's where I separate myself from everyone. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the people can go in the studio and press record on their highlights, but when I perform, there's no vocals behind me. It's all my voice. I'm not the same person. I'm a football player, so I'm about leaving it all on the field. I'm not shy and I'm a professional. I came to entertain and to show off my craft. And that's the part that I'm addicted to.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, like at what your multiple, live events, what was like the most interesting thing that may have happened?
Oh man, there's so many of those.
I know I
Probably
had one guy come on and he's like, I just like froze and I couldn't sing, and I was like, oh, that how did that end?
probably our most interesting experiences have always happened in New York.
Okay.
It's just from it could be the subway ride to the venue or just outside on the patio. Like it just nothing. It's just too many. From like seeing Tracy Morgan walk down the street,
Mm.
when you performing, and like just to like uh a vagrant trying to get just open our car door and get in, like and sit in there like he just supposed to be there the whole time. Like
I'm your
to
security for the night. They didn't tell you.
right. So you go on trash day and see the rats eating in front of the venue like it's just normal.
We came for the show. It's dinner and a show. You didn't
I'm
know
like,
that's
what?
how New York.
Hell, that was a crazy rats looking at me like I'm in their living room. Like it's like y'all, you okay, sir?
Uh, you better start singing or we won't.
Yeah, right. New York, hands down. Shout out Crane Theater because that's where we go a lot.
Okay, cool, awesome. I have to go on your website and check out when you're in New York. Sometimes I haven't been there this year, but I typically go there a couple times a year.
You,
So
you in Carolina, right?
huh?
You in Carolina, right?
North
I've
Carolina.
been I've been scoping out that little open mic series that Jonathan be doing. I might creep down.
That part. Um, because Jonathan be on it.
Yeah, he a
Listen,
mover and shaker, ain't
that's
he?
it. And if anybody can bring somebody to Charlotte, North Carolina, it is Jonathan
Yeah. Oh
Coleman.
no, I bring myself for free. No, I'm still moving and
Oh
shaking.
no, I'm just saying who
Yeah.
would,
Oh, oh right,
open up
right,
this
right.
opportunity and everything. It is Jonathan Coleman. He's like, let's
He
do
that
this thing.
guy.
So, do you think music is becoming, especially with the changes and with people having to stream, do you think it's becoming more technical, or does talent still rule? You know what I'm saying? Or do you think people look at, oh well, he's got everything set up, so I'm gonna follow this person, but or do you
Right.
think it's the talent that still draws the people?
Um, I would say that talent will never beat hard work. So it's always going to be room for someone who decides to specialize themselves or just grind it out to get it despite talent. But I will say that the internet has made talent be more accessible. It was getting to a point in rap where I was scared that we would never see even music in general. I'm scared that this may be the first generation where we don't hear the best of what we have to offer
Mhm.
because to get into music, you got to be good at so many things other than music now. So let's say someone who's like eclectic, like I don't know, someone who's not sociable, someone who's not talk to people, someone who can't find management or anything, we might not hear them because there's no more A&Rs to like bring you up, help you out, walk you through the interview process. They want you to come polished. But
Mhm.
but since you can just turn your phone on and sing in front of it, now it's really not anymore any excuses for talent not to win out or at least be noticed. But talent will always be able to be superseded by hard work. I just see it every day.
Mhm. Yeah, you're and but too, that's why I tell, I say all the time with this internet, with social media, if it's in your heart, if it's really something you care about, give it a shot.
Right.
Go for it. You never know who will recognize you, or who's going to share your video. So it's a lot of people who we live in fear. We want to do more, we want to be more,
Right.
but we don't do anything about that. We
I
just
mean, even before that, if you do it just because it fulfills you, I believe you will go far. Like the other stuff, like the fame and all that, that's literally a side effect from everything else you doing. That because that's the one thing you can't control. You don't know what's going to be that piece of content, that song. But if you're doing it with love, then even if you don't get nothing, you content.
yeah. So do you think the internet has helped, like even broaden your reach? Like maybe, before you had to travel to China or wherever. Do you think with the internet more people are hearing it though than, or is it?
Not not really because of the way social media is set up.
Mm,
The way the algorithm is set up is that you aren't going to reach anyone you aren't paying for.
mm,
That's just the reality of it. The way the numbers break down is that the biggest show and most expensive show every year is the Super Bowl. And that gets about 500 million people. 30 seconds costs you about 1.4 million. It's no way in the world they're going to let you as a person get anywhere close to having that amount of viewership without paying, because they can't let you contend with that. So I understand, but it took me almost 6 years to even care.
mm,
When you can love the music to your detriment. You like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm a good guy. I go to church on Sundays. I'm going to be good, but it's not like that. You have to treat it like a business. It's a reason you need commercials. You need to brand. You need to put yourself on the white shelf at Walmart. So that was the part that was the most heartbreaking for me. But
mm.
that's kind of the part that makes it even for everybody.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. So I know, of course, when COVID was happening and people were still scared to come out, are you seeing when you do live events, are the audience is growing from?
Now they are, but COVID kicked my butt. Before COVID, me and my manager were finally about to go up to Jamaica and had a place set up to perform. We finally started getting out of the states. The year before COVID, I had 17 book shows.
Oh wow.
Like this year, I'm just getting back up to 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how much they got to recover, because you got to imagine when everyone recover, they take care of the big boys first.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who've been feeding them for 10 years and the big money tickets, they use the smaller acts like me to fill in the spaces, the empty weekends. And that's where we were getting the deals at and stuff like that. So even in the placement game, which I've been doing lately, trying to get on movies, TVs, and videos, is we just getting opportunities back. Because when they first opened back up, they took care of the big boys. And now you add the writer strike, it's even harder to get stuff in movies and TVs now. So
Mm,
hopefully
yeah,
we can get back and we don't get any COVID spikes. That's what I'm scared of.
yeah. And what about this AI game? How do you think that's gonna affect
It's
music?
scary because I guess I'm realizing I didn't know that I didn't own my voice in essence. Like I thought it was mine because I was born with it. But what they're showing me is that you probably need to go copyright your voice in essence.
Really?
Because yeah, because other than that, these songs shouldn't see the light of day. If they drop a Tupac song with a Tupac voice, Tupac estate should be paid.
Hmm.
Well, that song should never come out. I done heard Drake songs. I done heard Biggie on songs doing other verses. I done heard all types of stuff, and I'm like, where do the legality stop? Because if I take,
Right,
Joe Biden's voice and stuff and do something illegal, I'm gonna get in trouble. Why
right.
are they doing it with these artists that are past that have living members? Like, it's weird to me. It's creative, but at the same time, as an artist, I just want to make sure the right people, are getting compensated. Because as artists, we already get exploited enough. I don't need to be exploited when I'm dead. Damn.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Listen, well, Mac, it has been awesome having you on the show. You're welcome back anytime. If you want to come on and promote anything you got going on,
Thank you.
if you know you're going to be in New York at a venue, let me know. I'll shout it out.
Thank
Um, yeah, so definitely y'all go follow Mac Nova. Go to macnovauniverse.net.
you. You
Check
make
out
sure
a
you
bunch
drop all your socials too,
Okay, I will.
please.
And you guys know that we are making connections with Allie. We are here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also do a replay on Thursdays because we found out we just have so much good content, and sometimes it's a season and we want to bring that word back. So we do a replay on Thursdays at 7 p.m. So just follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But we are still trying to get our followers up to 1,000. And again, it's not just because I want the numbers, but it's because I think we have good content like Mac Nova. We have
Yay.
good guests on the show, and I want more people to be able to view these interviews. So make sure you're sharing. I mean, listen, it is not all about me, but it's always about me and the guest that's on the show.
Hey.
I'm here to promote what they're doing. So listen, let's get those followers up. Let's get this content in front of more viewers. Definitely go follow MacNova. I will put the description of the video how you can contact him and follow him. But listen, again, Mac, anytime, let me know what's going on. We'll keep you abreast. Listen, especially if you're coming to the North Carolina area.
I've
Um,
got too many
I'm,
friends out there now.
I'm sure Jonathan, that's right. So I'm sure Jonathan will keep me posted too. But listen, we're here for you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I always like to ask the guests just before I leave, is there anything else you would like to share, like a word of advice or just a word of wisdom, anything before we go?
Um, Look to make somebody smile today.
Yes. And so you're already good because I've been smiling through this whole interview, but look for somebody else. But yes, thank you. So listen, guys, make sure you follow, like this video, share it, and listen. As always, until next time, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a great day, everybody.